Kublai pi barwa pi ape ikarikasi channel yung racha pi kutub Khubor Ka Taiew kimat iba kongsan Shannon sedang no banti daw yung ang konrad Anya keren ka sarkar ba ke NTA ban shem kia halor ki samla ka jela ki ba ma jing e ha ke exam CUET ka jing to ket halor ka jing sha ken no peleng kam thok ya ka number plate kan beteng ang konrad Kajala kadang biang ha kabaya day bagkajimpan ng boarding ang elementary. Katana dialysis ha civil hospital kaday kabatari kam pensay ki doktor. Ini parliamentar ki Khubor pa niya. Menteri rang ba kajala konrad ki sangma ula pintem baka sarkar shen kan sa penbanaya ko Khubor babha ha kabaya day bagkajing beteng ya kajing ti doyong ling bagkajing start science ha jala Meghalaya hadin ke election Lok Sabha.
Aba yakran berkilat patai Khubor hakas ni balang ukandar ulaong ba kikam ki jam hapok ke kerdan jong ke sarkar India kala deblut pan menta tang ke kam ba yadai bat ke jingya dai ke maryang kadang sa hapok ke sarkar jela.
Well, we are at a very again advanced stage, but I have to repeat this again, which I mentioned to you last time also, that Meghalaya is in a very unique position because of the land holding rights that we have. And hence, when the scientific mining aspect came into being and when Supreme Court had lifted the ban and said that scientific mining has to happen out here, the government of India did not have norms for a land holding system like Meghalaya, where the land is not owned by the government. So in every other location in the country, the land is owned by the government, and any individual who wants to applies and takes lease from the government and then mines. So here, the situation is completely different. So it's a miner with a landowner who has to do it, and hence for the government to come into the picture and follow the same procedures that were there before, which is as per the norms in the rest of the country, did not apply to Meghalaya. And hence, it took more time for us to discuss with Government of India and come out with different provisions that would be suitable for our state, keeping our land holdings and the land holding pattern in mind. And since it has happened for the first time, it took more time than we expected. So that is the reason why it has been a long procedure. But as I said, now that procedure has been defined. And hence, the toughest part is over. The most difficult part of creating the system, the norms and the policies for now future miners to apply is in place. And the first people who had applied for it, who then helped us lay down, means whose application then helped us lay down the entire procedure, is now at a stage where we are at the public hearing stage. So all the work related with Government of India, where we had to do all the process and procedure, mining plan, different kind of studies. All that aspect has already been approved by Government of India, and the process at Government of India end is over. And now only the last bit where certain environmental aspects have to be looked into is left at the government, state government level, and we do expect that we'll be able to take this up and very soon, as I said, it's just a matter of time. Right after the elections, we should see that we should be able to give good news to the people. But again, as I said, I don't want to jump the gun because these are procedures for the first time happening. We could have glitches which could again delay things. I don't expect it, but let's just keep our fingers crossed. But we are, as I said, for the first time treading this particular path. And so it's not always easy. There are always surprises, element of surprises there. But I'm hopeful that we should be able to reach to logical conclusion very soon.
Menteri rang ba kajala konrad ke sangma ulalom kajing yalang jong ki autonomous district council ha kajing don ringkat jong menteri rang ba benrap kajala uba president tensong kum si benta ban yakren halor ki man paki autonomous district council ki shemjing air.
Ya kena kejingelang la penlong hakas ni balang ha kebala isim bentalang daki CEM deputy CEM bat ki wei ki dekot ha kena kejingelang la ya kren ya sibun kimat ki bala ma daki ADC hakajela.
So today we had a very productive meeting with the 3 autonomous district councils of our state, namely the Jayanti Hills, Khasi Hills, and Garo Hills Autonomous District Council. And the objective of this meeting was in three different objectives. First objective was to look at the overall administration and the different rules, whether financial or HR or procurement policies, and ensure that wherever the district councils felt that they needed the support of the government and to work with the government in guiding them to ensure that the different rules are in place. We discussed all those details, and we are hopeful that all the district councils will put in their different administrative, HR, service rules, procurement policies, financial policies at different levels in all the district councils at the earliest. So detailed discussion took place, and we have formed a special committee which will be headed by the Chief Secretary, and the different district council officials will be members, and whatever guidance and whatever support is required will be done to ensure that that objective is met. The second objective was to go into all the bills that are pending in the last many years for different district councils, which are pending for different reasons, some at the department level, some at the council level, some at the law department level, and some even in the governor's secretariat. And hence, we have asked the expert committee, which has been set up under the DCA, which will incorporate the different concerned departments and also the district councils, to examine all of these pending bills and find out the reasons why and where they are stuck, and work towards ensuring that they reach the logical conclusion that they should. So that's the second objective, which is to ensure that all the pending bills of the district councils are passed and cleared at the earliest. The third was regarding financial reformation in the different district councils. In detail, we discussed about the different financial situation and positions that the district councils are facing, the different manpower issues that they're having. For example, we saw that the Garo Hills Autonomous District Council has close to 1,500 employees, and about 5 years back they had about 2,500 employees, and salaries even exceeding to almost 5 crores is being paid on a monthly basis, 5 plus minus, I don't have the exact number with me, being paid by the district councils, in spite of, as I said, 1,000 employees reduction taking place as a, in terms of rationalization that took place in the council, Garo District Council. And similarly, the Jayanti Hills District Council, which has approximately about 12 to 1,400, I can't remember the exact number, of employees, and they're also facing similar hardship because of large manpower. And the Khasi Hills, which has about 800, less than 800 employees. And hence, we looked at all those aspects. We looked at the revenues that they were getting, and we suggested that that experts can be engaged to ensure and see how the overall revenues can be augmented and increased in the different district councils. At the same time, the different assets that they have, the land and different buildings that they have, how they could be monetized and maximized in terms of revenue generation for the district councils, and also to find other ways in which more revenue can be raised. So that kind of financial reforms were discussed, and a roadmap was set. And again, the Chief Secretary will be heading a committee which will time and again examine this aspect and look into this issue on how to improve the overall financial health of the district councils. We also went into the different issues about the 15th Finance Commission fundings, and certain aspects need to be worked on, as there are more funds that are available from the center, and hence some more paperwork is required. Once we do that, we'll be able to get more funds from the center.
Wara pedeng kacing syak keno baka sarkar jala kam le halor ke jingjur ki kam khayi shini shabar kam tam shari Bangladesh lingba ke Garo Hills Menteri ka sarkar jala Marcus and Marak ulaong be kani ka kam la IT ka tanat customs but ki BSF pan pe kani jing e.
That was an allegation which is, I would say that it should not, because there's a system in the government. If illegal things are being exported to Bangladesh, there's a system, there's a custom to check that, and there's a BSF who's monitoring the border issues, the border there. So it should come out. So therefore, I think that is unnecessary issues which came up, which was raised, and then Chief Minister has already, taken a step there. If that kind of a systems are there, it should be stopped totally.
So, but these were not just mere baseless allegations. There were videos that have merged online, where we could see people running with those sacks of sugar on their back, and also these are not just allegations. They're actually happening on the ground.
That is what I told you, that Honorable Chief Minister has already taken a decision that if this kind of a systems are there, it should be stopped immediately, because otherwise we were depending on the BSF and then customs there. They're the one who monitors the border, so it should stop immediately. That's what Honorable Chief Minister has taken a decision.
Ka joint military exercise Shakti jongkari India bat ri France ka bahnyo kala sedang ha kasngining kong ha umroy ka bede ka jaka ka balapen kre kerpangi kitiar kitar pan ai jingi kai kani ka joint exercise kala sedang ha ka khatlai tarik bat kan kutno ha ka apun rio tarik mentau benai
Hakane ke jing pli ya ke jing stang ya ke joint exercise lawan ban yodon lang u nongket tiens em jangkari France ya India uteri Matthew bad u Major General Prasana Sudhakar Joshi u General Officer Commanding San Poway sub area ke joint exercise Shakti gede ke jing ai jing hikai pentebit ke bala penlong mar ke liang hapok kari India pad hari France pad kesien ke bakhadu ke bala penlong ya kene ke jing ai jing hikai ke dei hau naiwiang alajar Poway.
The first was organized in Bikaner, the second was organized in France, and this one is here in Meghalaya. Well, this is very important because, as you know, France and India enjoy an exceptional relationship. As I said earlier, last year we celebrated the 25th anniversary of our strategic partnership. Actually, I like to describe this partnership as universal, because literally it goes from the deep ocean to the outer space. And obviously, defense and security is a major pillar, and I must say, the major pillar of our partnership with India. Use the term of Indo-Pacific strategy, so France coined its own Indo-Pacific strategy back in 2018. We have a vision of, obviously, a peaceful, inclusive region, and as a matter of fact, we share the same vision as India. So, same vision, joint strategic views on the state of the region is essential, is really at the core of our partnership. Second is our cooperation on defense equipment. So, of course, you are all aware of our close relation as far as Rafale jet are concerned, Scorpion submarines. I could make a long list of equipments, air, marine, land, where France and India have a strong cooperation. I want to insist on the fact that all the major French companies dealing in the security and defense sectors are here in India, totally complying with the Make in India concept and developing their cooperation with the stakeholders in this country. So, joint vision on the Indo-Pacific strategy, cooperation on defense equipment, and of course, joint military exercise. And this exercise, once again, as I said, is the third of its type, very important for our military men to interact, first of all to know each other, but to exchange good practices, and at the end, if they have to work, to fight together, they will exactly know how to proceed. So this kind of exercise we have in all dimension, naval, air force, and here land exercise, very important. So once again, we attach great importance to this interaction. As I said earlier, the future of the cooperation between France and India in the security and defense sector is bright. So we are looking forward to developing it in the three legs I just described. So thank you very much.
Conducts training for Indian Armed Forces and forces from friendly foreign countries. Aksai Shakti will focus on the mechanics of conduct of sub-conventional operations under the Chapter 7 of United Nations Manual, undertaking company-level joint operations and sharing from each other's best practices. We look forward to our French counterparts for enriching ourselves with their knowledge, skills, and expertise. The endeavor of the exercise is to learn from each other's shared experiences, develop jointmanship and interoperability through constructive dialogue between individuals and small groups. During the 14 days of staying together, we aspire to work closely with each other to enhance our trust and shared understanding. Thank you.
I would like to underline some points. I want first to present our warmest thanks to the 22nd Regiment for its warm welcome and support, which clearly sets the exercise on a great path. I have no doubt that this new and improved Shakti 23-24 will be a great success and will perfectly illustrate the way the partnership between our armies has kept developing these past 3 years. Thank you.
Hakabayade bakajing penbiang ko umdi, umentri katanat PHE u Marcus N. Marak, uloong babante lakam ya kajing kerdo hagajala, kasyong sa tanglada kajala kayo ayaw slab ubajur.
Ya keneu ong habaya kren bat kilat pathai Khubor bat ongru ba kajela ya menta kedon kam ya slap man penbiang ya ke umdi.
Well, I should thank Almighty God for the rain which has come recently. With this, actually, most of our sources are now coming back, and then normalcy will start very soon, it seems. And then most of the sources are getting rejuvenated, I should say. Very recently, Honorable Chief Minister has called for a review meeting of all the departments which are dealing with water sources, water bodies, and those departments like PHE, soil and water conservation, water resources, forest, MBDA, etc. All this department has been called, and then short-term and long-term measures which can be taken by the government has already discussed there, and Honorable Chief Minister has already instructed the officials to start preparing all the projects. So the departments are already on the job. Climate Council, which is the body which is considering all these projects, and they're the one who is leading, and they are going to have they have had a meeting several rounds, and then they'll be having with concerned departments the review meetings and the kind of projects that can be taken up for the rejuvenation of the sources.
Hakabayade bakajing hakaba pelong ya ka exam CUET hanehu shilong u menteri rang ba ka jela konrad ke sangma ula pentikna pelada don ka jing smokia lo kania unse yakran ba ka sarkar pedeng ban pelong ya ka jing token.
I have not heard of any mismanagement, number one. Number two, the CUT exam is conducted by central agencies. It's not conducted by the state government. And therefore it is completely in their jurisdiction. Number three, for the last many years, we were able to get the exemption because we do not have enough centers. Even now, we don't have enough centers, but at least every region today has a center. And I thank the government of India. Today, Jowai, Shillong, and Tura have the CUET center. Third point, which is very important to note, is that the CUET exam, again, a reminder to everybody, is mainly for the exams that are being conducted, for college admissions in the center in the NEHU courses, and that is the reason why today, after the amendment to the Captain Williamson Sangma University, we will be able to now affiliate all the colleges from NEHU to the state university, so that any college that is not planning to have any kind of course affiliated with NEHU doesn't need to affiliate with NEHU anymore in the future. And they will affiliate with the Captain Williamson Sangma University, which will then make it very easy for those colleges to then not conduct the CUET exam anymore in the future. Again, as I said, it's not something that we as state government handle. It's a central government agency that handles this. But if there are certain concerns that are there, we'll be happy to take up. Last time there was some issue even with the NEET exam, again conducted by central agency. We took up the matter as a state government with the agency and asked them to inquire into it. Similarly, if there is an issue with the CUET exam, we will definitely speak to the agency at the center and ask them to inquire into it.
Ka sarkar jela kasni palai kala ong bakala shim kia bha hakabayade bakijing jong ki samla pulie kabala mi nakajing pelong ki exam CUET.
Laong ba ka sarkar kan sekren ba ka National Testing Agency NTA pakan pelong biam ya ka exam ha ka jela knang ba kisam la pule kin umma le kene kicing
We had a special meeting on this. We have called the NTA coordinator, the NEHU officials who were at the nodal department to in conducting of the CUT examination in Meghalaya, and like we have discussed, of course the issue has been taken very seriously. Honorable Chief Minister has taken note very seriously and have decided to take off the matter with the NTA, with the Government of India, at the interest of our students. There are many students who could not, there are some few students who could not appear in the exam as well, and there are many rural, students who have not registered for the CUT examination, and our Honorable Chief Minister will be taking up the matter with the NTA and the central government, and we will be writing for those students appearing in the CUT examination to take admission in the NEHU itself, and also to give second chance, and also those students who are appearing to take admission in the colleges affiliated to NEHU to given exemption this year again. But these things will be taken up with the NTA and the Government of India. This CUT examination is nothing to do with the state government. It's completely conducted by the NTA, because it was lack of preparedness, lack of coordination. The NTA did not communicate to the state government department, including the Deputy Commissioner for the Law and Order Enforcement. Lack of coordination happened. Therefore, many students have landed in the queues. Therefore, for the interest of the students, the state will be taking up the matter with the NTA. And also, just to inform that, maybe the CUT is always the issue, and therefore we are coming up with the state university. So, will be many of the colleges affiliated to NEHU now can be given a green signal to affiliate with this new state Captain Williamson State University.
Unong ay kitian jong kaseng BGP uba Mariam Hom Karkrang ula penpawe ka jing sokhia halor ka jing ja sha thang kali kamtam e ki kali sarkar ba kiwe ki jing ja.
Halor kene na kaliang uba khar krang ubadeiru IPS officer bala shong thait ulaong ba kapati bat kinong shong snong kilapan pa yagijing halor kene.
From the party side, we are quite concerned about it, and because one thing it indicates a very negative, picture outside, and it also brings about a sense of insecurity in the minds of the people. This is some of the incidents which have occurred. They're very blatant, and the thing is, as if we can do anything, anytime and anywhere we intend to. But they don't understand that how it will impact the state. When our state is trying to woo, now it's a tourist season, by the way, and we are trying to woo the tourists. Now, which tourists will come to a state or a city which has all these kind of problems, arson cases and all, and if the police vehicles, especially if the police vehicles, police escort is being targeted, then what kind of signal or what kind of message are we sending to the people outside? So it's a cause of concern, and it's going to impact everyone, especially the people of the state, and in particular people of Shillong. It will impact.
So do you think that the state government should pull up its socks, or it should come up with a new mechanism to deal with it, sir?
Yeah, I will not say a new mechanism. I mean, the police department is being run by efficient people. They have got all the resources at their disposal, and they have got the requisite manpower. And we as a general public, we would expect that the police should act upon it, because these are criminal acts, and any crime that has been committed has to be acted upon.
Menteri Badai Kami Yakatanat Community and Rural Development UET Mondal hakas nginingkong ula pentep ba ula pa tuklar haga ministry haga bayade bar kijing halo gajing penteri kam ka Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme.
Habaya kren bat kinong tho Khubor Mondal loong ba ula depa kawai ke city bak deu baro kijing kibami bat kermen ba hadin ke election in sapen bet no baro kine kijing
We are writing to the concerned ministry. Also, I have already shot up one letter highlighting all those problems and all these things. Hopefully, after the election is over, all these issues will be resolved.
How much is pending?
And exact figure is not with me. And I was out of the station for about a long time. I was in constituency also, did not go anywhere. Fully and wholly was in constituency.
How many years pending?
That's what I am telling, that latest position is not there.
You mentioned those in your letter.
Yeah, but another one big problem we are facing is that other-based payment system. This is creating a lot of problem for us because many of the job card holders have not linked their job card with other. So now Government of India has made it mandatory to have all job cards to be linked with other. So this is a lot of problems. We requested our Honorable Chief Minister to write to concerned minister. He has already written, and very recently I have again written to him. This is one challenging factor we got to see till all the job cards are being linked to Aadhaar card.
But we talked to various village employment councils in villages. They complain that the major problem that they are facing, apart from Aadhaar seeding, is the non-release of materials, funds for material components.
Yeah, material component funds, whichever is our share, we used to release time to time, but it depends on how the money is being released from Delhi. And this time, see, election is running for around 2 months now. So it's very difficult to coordinate in Delhi also. So let us see the model code of conduct be over.
Before election, this issue was
That issue was there, but we flagged up all these issues because once the money, major portion of money is coming from Delhi. So unless that is released, we cannot do
Or is
anything.
it that they wanted to do away with this? There was some thinking.
I don't know. I don't have idea as of now.
So what is the roughly like pending materials component?
See, I told you very frankly that after a long time I have attended, I did not meet.
After you have written,
Let me see, I'll meet them, then I will give you the details. Is nothing to hide, why to hide? But let me give the exact figure, which will match your requirement.
Menteri rang ba ka jela ula ong ba lo ka jing sha mudoi jong u Director General of Police DGP Barem ka jela u Dr. LR Bishnoi halor ka jing sha keno bola pendan kam thok ya ka number plate ka jing to ket ka nang ya beteng wala daula song thai
Ula ong ba ya ke ijaha la deb ban register bat kene ke kam kan yai peteng bat ke jing tok ket ru kan yai lang.
We've been very clear from day one with every situation of law that we have come across that law is same for all, and therefore the law will take its course. Whatever the complaints have come in, the procedure has been followed, FIR has been registered, and investigations. Obviously, number one point, I'm not saying that it is or it is not. I don't know about that. I don't want to comment about the fact that what the DG has said. It has its personal level. I don't want to comment on that at all. As I said, for us, it's very simple that when a complaint comes, every FIR is proper case, and as per the law, whatever has to be done, and as per the rules, what has to be done will be followed, irrespective of who the person is.
Don't you think that he may escape action because he is retiring Sunday?
No, the FIR is lodged and FIR has already been registered, so the case will continue. Registration, the investigation will continue. There's no retirement doesn't affect that.
Hakabayade baga jing penteri kami ke scheme JJM u menteri katanat PHE u Marcus N Marak ula kam baga jing penteri kam kalalong kabayat bet bat kam dei satya ka kam bamsam.
Menteri ula ong ye kene hadin balami ke jing sha keno ba pendan kam bakla ha ke bayade bat ke skim JJM ka bala penteri kam hapo Garo Hills.
You tell me how it can be called term as scam, because the implementation of JJM is very transparent. It is reflected in the dashboard also every day, and the method of payment is also very transparent. Before making payments, now third-party clearance has to be given, and that third party is a engineering group which is already empaneled by the government of Meghalaya. So that third party goes to every project, and they see the projects. If it is functioning, they give a nod, green signal to the concerned contractor, and only after that the contractor will be able to get the payment. So tell me how it can be termed as scam. It is not. But the fact is that some of the projects are not completed till now because of some reasons. There were some land issues. There are some issues with NOCMA, some issues with the sometimes contractors themselves are also abandoning the work, probably reason best known to them. And that is why today I had a meeting with Commissioner Secretary, Chief Engineer. I told them that, see, we cannot bear that. You give a clear instruction to the engineers in all the divisions that one contractor who is not doing the work, not carrying the work, give them a notice, and if on that notice also they're not acting, cancel them and then reallot them. So that's how we can complete the projects. It's not the scam. It's an engineering work, so it takes time. Some of the projects which which needs cooperation from the community. If the cooperation is not given, then it takes time. It takes time to convince the society, convince the person concerned, and only after that the projects can start. So therefore, I totally don't agree with the term called scam. It's not a scam. It's the projects are completing very successfully, and most of the projects are completing. Few projects are there, I agree. That projects we have already noted. Those projects are taken under retrofitting works. Those projects we need to rectify. We will try to rectify those projects only after the completion of JSM projects.
Unang yalam jong ka BJP ulapan pawi ka jing Sokya ka bayade ba ka jing yara jong ka kamyalap election ha Meghalaya kabalawan ra ay kajing duna kinong yashin benta ha kajing tap vote hakabiyade bat kani unong ay kitian jong ka BJP uba M khar krang ulakin tho ba kajing yalap election Lok Sabha hajla Meghalaya kalawan ra ya kajing bam smultanan.
You're talking about India, let's come closer home. In fact, even in Meghalaya for that matter, I've seen the kind of campaigning that has happened in the last MP elections. It is more of calling each other names. It's more of, saying very unpleasant words against one candidate, against the other candidate, one party against the other party. And you have very little time left to tell the public as what are you going to do when you get elected. And the thing is, I think so. Till now, we are really not clear as to any of these political parties, if they win, what are they going to do in the interest of the state? And we have not seen any public debate, for that matter. A particular college had invited candidates for public debate, but many of the candidates did not attend. And I think so. We public or the voters are at a loss, and you yourself, you have been covering all these campaigning and all, and you can see over there, it's all about castrating and talking. One candidate, he's ill talking against the other candidate. One party against the other party, not, but they on their own have not come out with their agenda as what they're going to do. Right. And especially some of them are talking about we are going to get rid of corruption, but no one of them has even spoken a word as to how they're going to get rid of corruption. So these are the things that we as a public, we are at loss, and I think so we deserve a better, better response on the political parties.
So, do you think that there should be some new reforms when it comes to the entire electioneering process, so that there is a transparent, peaceful campaigning and the entire election process?
Yeah, of course. In fact, that's what the Election Commission now, time and again, has been reminding all the political parties to ensure that it is free and fair elections. But on the ground, it's quite different. And with each election, we are seeing things worsening. And we hope that things will improve, and I think so the owners rely on the Election Commission of India to ensure that the elections are free and fair.
Menteri katanat boarding abuta her mondal ulakam ba kajala Meghalaya kadang biang hagabaya bat kajingdon jong ka boarding.
Ulaong baladaw sla wan kloy kan nang kentiu ya kejingdon jengka boarding. Ulaong ba artlik unit jengka menteri ula iska hydroelectric project kamsi panla bantan boarding na kadaw ki kam technical.
The thing is that our generation is depending maximum on our own generation is fully on hydel power project, and for a hydel power project you require water. That is what we always tell. Maybe PHE also tells on the same tune and all this thing, but that is the requirement. If rain is not there, still this time we have done pretty well. MECL should be complemented. So as of now we are pretty well. If rain comes, it is much more better.
If you can also tell us what is the status?
Status is like that in Leshka, our 2 units were out of generation. One of normal overhauling that we require to do, so that has gone, and another one is for maintenance only. So I set the date as 5th of May as the last date for completion of the work, and it has been completed on 5th only. And 6th we synchronized, 7th we started generating. Almost 1 million unit we have generated. So now 2 units are running in old condition. 3rd unit is for overhauling. That require, because these are machinery things and not done the job for quite long time.
CEM ka KHADC uba penyait sing CM ula play ya ka kamera skol temai jong ka rising sun kabadon hamauring keneng kabala pentrikam lingba ka KHADC scheme kabahab apo ka scheme jong ka excluded areas jong usnam arjar khat pra but arjar khat kandai.
Hakane kesngi na kaliang CEM lapan kuburom yau hybrid na lor ki way bat ki program hakane kesngi kila don bon ki program balapan I da ki kena skol.
So we wish him all the best in his future. Clap your hands, all of you.
Nakaliang jonga kumu Chief Executive Member Kasil Satumas District Council so kemen bandan mentakasmi hangni po school Rising Sun High Secondary School Mauring Keneng banyak kendu ru bat sambarlang renja way niki habrit belapau belalong viral haki social media hakaba yadai bat kasap up goal goalkeeper labanong new narit baudan sukemen bat nakaliang jonga nga soban ai kajing kitbok kerwiang bat kerku kerdo banang biang nang bet wat dai kita badang rit menta nang kampenjanai ya ka jilakai bat conmen's camp ba inyo bandrung haki football academy kiba biang kiba baha pori India nang banang penjanai banang pentibit susu kasap ulai lai ki dan nakaliang jonga ngadon kata bandong de sukumen badan lang di school ba liu habrit u kule ba one school hari ko school nakaliang jonga kumu local MDC kumu chief executive member jong hasil satu masjid council nga sukumen ta asingi ngan yo man yadon hakanika foundation day celebration jonika high secondary school Rising Sun bo Mauring bat kunju akawai benta sukumen ban yo penkup burom nakaliang ke school bat jingdon lang jungi ya new habrit sambor lang rinja uba hakini kniat sni plai baka sap ba idon hakakam ilakai football kumju kumu goalkeeper ilapen bak kalalong viral ke social media kelapoi sya ki keluar ilakai football jongka ri ke perthai debat menta la idon lang hangi bat nga ngaso ban ai kajing kitbok kerwiang kerku kerdot ya new habrit ba shwaban lek haganika academy football academy benang pentibit susu benang penjanai ya kasap ulai ulai kitbok ban yo kamet ke basyat baklan bakoi pakia kumjuru ban biang dijundot kam baro bat kamtam lu ngaso ba kani kandai ka kajing kandai ka kan kawai pat ka bental seba kini ki have berit neki kena badan sap ka kam football kenem shim ya ka kam football tak kum ka kam milek kai ndai kan David ka kadai ka kam basisha dan ni kan David ka profession nak benong aktin nongwei ba kila ban penlong ya kalat kamai nene ha ban kentiu ya kayo hakot lingba kini ka sap ba ki don saya ngak kentu ya ki habret ngak kentu ki kena ru jangan ni constituency ki badan sap ni syakmat ba nyo ban pentibet ya ki kenang ba kinang kiu hak kami lakai baka jela jungi kenang pau hak kami lakai football nani syakmat boleh syukur
halor ka jingbam terikam ka dialysis bat ki jing e balama da kinong pang ka Shillong Civil Hospital kalawan ra e ka jing penchai hak bayadai bat kini ka benta.
Second is a breakdown in the RO, which we used to run the dialysis, but now it's already functioning. Everything has been done from the government side, from civil hospital as well as from the government side. Everything has been done, and we have already resumed that award. And we could just tell that we have lots of patients load in dialysis. So maybe we might not be able to cater almost all the patients who are, especially the poor people, coming for dialysis in civil hospital because of the load. So now, since we started our dialysis in 2017, we have around 45 patients, but the total number of cycles we are doing is only 480 in 2000 when we just started dialysis. But with years pass by, we have being overloaded with our work. We have around now 2,884. You could just understand the burden we are facing. But anyway, we have to tell the patient we will try to render our services whatever we can do, but we will not be able to gather so much patients because of the load. So they can go to other other hospitals which are available, because the smart card also is working in the other hospital. So whatever we can do, we urge the people also to go for a home dialysis. It will always be better. If this will also give them a freedom from hospital. So I hope the patient will understand, and we will try to do our best whatever we can.
Bada ka tuwing lapoy siya kabakod jong kani katup kubor, inse siyambiyang bat piya ka way pat katayo. Kublay shibun, tiyaso.